I'm going to teach you the 4 pillars you need to look out for to help you find the best mortgage broker in Australia. So most of you obviously know that going to a broker, you're going to get a better deal than going direct to the bank. Let's use coffee as an example. These days you go to Coles, Woolies, Aldi and you buy a 1 kilo bag of coffee, it's probably going to be 20 bucks. But if you buy 1,000 bags of coffee, you're not going to be paying 20 bucks, you probably get it for 10. Same thing with mortgages. But there is so much more to a mortgage broker than getting a best deal. Just to emphasize how important these 4 pillars are, let's put them here. Now, this is you, this piece of cardboard. This is you buying a property. Let's use a coffee again, all right? This is you buying your second property. This is you trying to find your first property. If these brokers that you're trying to look for can't nail these 4 pillars, it all falls to pieces. Let's go talk about those 4 pillars to protect you from making a big mistake. So here we have our pillars. We've got you and your properties above it, like the analogy before. The first pillar is connected, because unfortunately, it's not a one-man operation for you to achieve the best buying experience. It takes a village for this to happen. There's a whole lot of professionals you're going to need on your team, on your side, for you to have a great experience. So your broker has to be connected. See, when you buy a property, it's not just a broker that is involved in this transaction. You're going to need lawyers. You're going to need building and pest inspectors, financial planners. A good mortgage broker has all these people in his back pocket and they're happy to refer. See, if you try and get a good broker, a good lawyer, a good building and pest inspector, a good accountant, I mean, you're going to find, unfortunately, you're going to get one that's a bad egg and that can completely destroy everything. So a great mortgage broker is going to have all these people in their back pocket ready to refer when needed. But one thing I want to warn you is I don't want you to deal with brokers who get kickbacks or commissions for referring, because it completely undermines why I have it as a pillar there. They must refer because these people are the best in their industry and they got your best interest at heart, not getting a small commission. You want someone who refers that accountant or that financial planner because they're the best in their industry. And you're going to then work with that professional and you're going to go, gee, I've got the A team behind me. I feel powerful. I feel strong. I'm confident to go buy the more property that I want to do to build my property portfolio. So the next pillar is a little bit obvious. You've got to go through an experienced mortgage broker. But let me teach you exactly what an experienced mortgage broker is. If you don't go through an experienced mortgage broker, firstly, the obvious thing is you're probably not going to get approved and burn months of your time wasting, going through banks, being declined. Fundamentally, getting the best deal is awesome. However, if you can't get your loan approved, why are we even talking about these different banks? The number one most important thing about buying property is getting the money. Second is getting the best deal out of the banks that will actually look at you. How do you find who's experienced and who's not? Okay, number one, Google reviews. Have a look how many Google reviews they've got. And are they all 5-star? What are their customers saying? Have a look how long they've been in the game for. If these guys have only become a mortgage broker within the last 6 months, these guys haven't got the experience, the knowledge, the policy understanding, who will approve you and who won't. They just haven't had the time in the industry. The third thing to help you guys try and find an experienced mortgage broker is to see if they're award winning. If these people have won Queensland Broker of the Year, Australian Broker of the Year, this means they're writing massive volume, which means they know what they're doing. So hopefully there's some tips to help you try and find a broker who's experienced, because this is a fundamental pillar. Next pillar for you guys, relatable. Your broker has to be relatable. If you can't feel comfortable to contact your broker, ask him any question, no silly questions ever been asked in my office, then you can't deal with these people, because you know what? You're going to be with this broker for good times and unfortunately tough times. Now, I'm not trying to be fluffy here saying you're going to be best mates with your mortgage broker, have them over for dinner and play around. I'm saying you've got to find a broker that you are comfortable with. A good mortgage broker can be that middle person to help you navigate the complexities of life's terrible things that can happen. Deaths, marriages falling apart, separations, you name it. We've been there hundreds of times. We use our connections to say, look, you've got to go to this lawyer, get a separation agreement. This is how it usually works. Or, hey, This is a good real estate agent. Again, use your connections. Go talk to this person. Work, get an appraisal on your property. Being relatable to have those conversations for the bad times, but of course for the good times. George, I got a big pay increase. George, I got an inheritance. George, I want to try and buy more property. I can relate. I can say, this is what you need to do. Go see this accountant. Get some advice on how we structure it. Go see this financial planner. You should up your income protection. Go see this particular buyer's agent. They're going to help you buy good investment property. You should be able to send them SMSs and give them a call outside of business hours, and they're cool with that. Because, hey, the chances of you buying a property between 9 and 5, Monday to Friday, is highly unlikely. The deal's probably going to be done at 9 o'clock on a Wednesday or Saturday morning or a Sunday even. You need to have confidence to know that your broker's on your side, has your back for the good times and the bad times. The last pillar to help you find the best mortgage broker in Australia is number 4, stable. Your mortgage broker's got to be stable. They were put on this planet to be a mortgage broker. They were put on this planet to help you achieve your version of financial freedom. Now, not just themselves stable, their team stable. Let's go deep dive what I mean by this. So a mortgage brokerage with a high staff turnover is not what you're looking for. You want a mortgage broker who respects and loves his staff. A great mortgage broker. The best brokers in this country have got beautiful, powerful, strong teams, amazing culture behind them, helping you achieve what you want to achieve. Is if you don't go to a mortgage broker that's got a stable work environment, is they're probably overworked, they're not happy, but the biggest thing for you is they're going to be making mistakes. See, most mortgage brokers have got PAs or credit analysts. If these people aren't doing the right thing, this can be critical because these are the people speaking to the bank on your behalf. When the bank asks for more information, you want them to go back to the bank as fast as possible to ring you with updates. A stable mortgage broker should get out from you your version of financial freedom and every year keep you accountable to reach that. But if your mortgage broker or their staff are leaving and changing professions, I mean, how are you ever going to reach that version of financial freedom? Now, how do you find out if your brokerage isn't stable? Well, here's a couple of things you can do. Number 1, you can go to LinkedIn, go to the mortgage brokerage, look at all the staff that work there, all the credit analysts, the junior credit analyst, the research analyst. This is the team who help get your loan across the line. How long have they been working for that company? Okay. Now, if your brokerage has got social media, Facebook or Instagram, and they're doing stories, have a look. Does it look fake or does their staff love working there? Are they doing bonding events? Can you see if they love doing what they do? Because if they don't, if they're just doing it for the money, then they're not going to have the stability. And lastly, when you go into that mortgage brokerage, how do you feel? Does it feel like everyone doesn't want to be there? You can't fake happiness. Is everyone happy, smiling, and love what they do, or do they look miserable? If they look miserable, what type of customer service do you think you're going to get? Do you think you're going to get the confidence that you need to do the moves that you need to move to buy your property? So you want your broker to have a community, and we'd really like you to be part of our community, so consider hitting that subscribe button. Alright gang, if you're feeling lost, that's okay. Little hint, write down on a piece of paper the brokers you've shortlisted, watch this video again and make sure these guys have those 4 pillars covered because that's what you want to find the best broker in this country. Thanks for watching. Have a mad day.